Hello, welcome to Local Edition. I'm Leslie Leyton. Animals of many kinds will be getting a new lease on life in more than one way and in more than one location. And here now to explain more about all of this is San Bernardino County Supervisor Derry. Thank you very much for being here.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
We have two issues to talk about. One is the Moonridge Animal Park, and
Yes.
the other is the shelter issue here in San Bernardino County.
Right.
Let's go ahead and start with the animal park, or as we know as the Big Bear Zoo.
Right. Well, as many people don't know this, but we actually have a zoo in the mountains in a Big Bear area at just outside of Bear Mountain Resort. And we've been operating that for 50 years. It's really an animal rescue facility. About 75% of the animals that come through are actually returned to the wild, but the 25% that can't are kept at the zoo in facilities there, and it's open to the public. It's a great facility, but we're now moving. We're going to be building a new park because we're out of space and the lease expired. And so we're building a new 10.5 acre park for the animals. It'll be a great facility for both the animals as well as the public, and we're looking forward to that.
How are you able to pull that off? It seems like funds are tight just about everywhere you turn. So how are you going to get a bigger, better place for these animals?
About 10 years ago, the county put aside about $8 million in flush times to build the new facility. And it shouldn't have taken this long, but we've used $2.1 million of that to purchase the new site. And we can actually build a bare bones facility with the monies left over, but we actually hope to raise through nonprofit organizations another $27 million for the project to put an animal hospital there and really make it a first-class facility for the public and the animals.
What time frame are we talking about, and how is it going to be the same or different from what we now have?
Well, it'll be four times the existing size of the current site. We'll be going from 2.5 acres to 10.5 acres. This facility will be flat, unlike the current facility, which is built on a slope, so it'll be much more user-friendly and ADA accessible. And it's going to be a much improved facility for the animals. They don't have enough space in their current facility, so it's going to open up space for them and be a better facility, year-round facility for the public to visit.
Let's see, I don't know if you have lions and tigers, but you do have many bears.
We've got bears, we have grizzly bears, we have black bears, we have mountain lions, wolves. Just about any critter that lives on the mountain is in our zoo, from the birds to falcons to bald eagles. So those animals are animals that could not be returned to the wild, so we take care of them there.
Now, animals of other feathers, or the more domestic kind, are getting
Right.
a lot of attention as well. Some criticism for our county shelter facilities, and
Right.
something is being done. People are becoming vocal and attending the county supervisors meetings to talk about this.
Yes, and I get a lot of comments on my Facebook page as well. The DeVore Animal Shelter is it's a good facility. We do the best we can with it, but there's improvements that can be made. And there's many rescue organizations that rescue dogs and cats and even rabbits from our facilities when they become available. But we do have a high kill rate because we simply don't have enough space for all the animals. So I've proposed creating an animal services commission that can actually take input from the public, take new ideas from the public, and hopefully implement some ideas and strategies that'll lower that ratio and allow more of our furry friends to be adopted rather than have a less favorable fate.
So you do want to hear what the community has to say, but there are some realistic parameters that you're working within.
That's correct.
Space, funds.
Space and funding is a huge issue, but I also hope that through this commission we can look at grant opportunities for private firms and nonprofits that do provide funding for these type of facilities, so we can actually use that as a tool to expand funding opportunities and hopefully someday become a no-kill shelter. I know that's a difficult proposition, but I think it's everybody's goal.
Yeah, and maybe education so that people just become more familiar with spaying and neutering and fend it all off in the first place.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's
and
great
thank
to be
you
here.
for tuning in. Stay with us. More HLN next.